The Stanley Cup is in the building.
It is not in this building.
It is not in this building, but it is in the building wherever they're playing. I think it's Game 6. That's all I just saw. I just saw.
Did they play on Tuesday?
Yeah, Tuesday. They're playing Tuesday.
Played on Tuesday.
They played on Tuesday, and McDavid still can't win the big one.
He can't, but he has a chance to on Thursday tonight.
Yeah.
He had the game-winning goal on Tuesday, so he's got some momentum.
Yeah, but I think just
Draisaitl's injury from Tuesday is gonna be a problem. Yeah. I think he's gonna play through it, but it's just tough. I mean, they are the two guys that really carry that team.
Yeah.
And when one of them's playing through an injury,
Marchand's 37, but he's been playing out of his mind this playoffs.
Yeah.
And I think that at home, on home ice in Florida, like, it's hard to not think they're going to win it.
Yeah, I mean, with the Draisaitl injury, they may have to ask for a little more from Jeff Skinner, who I like. I don't feel like they use him a whole lot. But they need someone to step up.
Yeah.
You know, they need someone to step up.
That's Talking Hockey. Yeah, I was trying to be like a big, smart hockey guy. The last Game 7 will be in Edmonton if they make it there. I said Florida.
I was just trying to let you cook.
Anyway. We don't really do an intro to this show. And there's no Tanner.
Is he going to make it this week? No, he's not on. Okay.
Unfortunately, no.
Yeah.
Probably another short episode. We've been doing short sports.
Well, I'm on it, so it's automatically short.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. But doing some short sports until football.
The propaganda would believe you to believe.
But the real thing to talk about this week is the DC Defenders.
Yes. UFL champs.
Yep.
Jordan Ta'amu. Listen. You guys might think I'll come on here and what?
You said that you didn't want him to play to start.
Yeah, that's what I was going to get at. You might think I'll come on here, pretend I'm never wrong, because I'm almost never wrong. But I didn't really want Jordan Ta'amu on the Defenders this year. He just didn't really wow me last year. Not that he was bad. That's the thing, though. I didn't say he was a bad player. I just was ready for a new start.
You didn't think he was a confetti quarterback.
I didn't really think he was a confetti quarterback, at least not for this DC team.
Yeah.
I was very wrong. He was awesome in this game. Like, I mean, I know it's just the UFL, but like one of the best QB performances you'll see at like ever. He was 21 of 28, 390 passing yards, 4 passing touchdowns, and 1 rushing touchdown with no turnovers.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's wild.
That's an insane stat line. Yeah.
And he had like maybe 30 or 40 rushing yards. Like he was over 400 total.
Yeah. MVP.
Absolute stuff. MVP. Even though the MVP didn't really show up. Bryce Perkins. Who I like. This is the Bryce Perkins podcast.
Yeah. Bryce Perkins.
The lights. Yeah. Bryce Perkins. I don't even know if people that have seen Parks and Rec would know what we're doing right now. Yeah. Bryce Perkins.
Bryce Perkins.
Mystics at Sky. Is this a weather report or a score update? Got a notification. Anyway, shout out to the Defenders. Congrats. Big news this week out of the NBA, aside from obviously the finals, which we'll get to. The trade market has opened up.
Yes,
we had a big trade this week. The Memphis Grizzlies are trading Desmond Bane to the Orlando Magic for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Cole Anthony, and 4 unprotected first-round picks, as well as 1 first-round pick swap. There are people who are saying Orlando got fleeced. I don't really think so. I do think they got a haul. I think Memphis got a haul. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But just because you got a haul, I don't think automatically means the other team got fleeced. Because I think because Desmond Bane's a really good player. He's gonna play. He's gonna fit so well playing next to Paolo and Franz. And KCP's not getting any younger.
Shooting. They needed shooting.
Mm-hmm. They did.
Like that's
they
what
did.
that team needs. That team needs shooting.
Yeah, and they do lose Cole Anthony, who's a good young player, but you're bringing in a guy like Desmond Bane who has playoff experience, who does have very short arms. That's a big critique of Desmond Bane. But the guy can shoot. I think he shoots like over 40% for his career from three.
Yeah,
so he's a very good player. It's a good pickup, and it's exciting to see the trade market get going because I love NBA offseason. Yeah. It's always electric. And Sham said this might be the most crazy NBA offseason ever.
Yeah. Well, I also saw that Jackson and John Morant are available too.
I saw that.
If I got Sentel'd? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I got
Maybe
Sentel'd.
I got Sentel'd, though. I don't know.
Maybe.
One of us got Sentel'd.
I was just gonna say one of them is a future Laker.
It would more likely be
JJJ.
Triple J. Yeah, we'd have JJ and JJJ. We'd have 5 J's.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
Hey, you put a whole starting lineup out there with that many J's.
Yeah. 5 J's and 2 LeBron J's.
LBJs.
5 J's, 2 LBJs. 5 J's, an LBJ, and an LBJJ. He should start going by
anyway.
LBJJ. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. Trade market's heating up. Apparently who was it? It was this is great podcasting. I don't remember. I totally lost it. That's a shame. I should have bookmarked it. There was some team that apparently is like gearing up to go after a massive star. Okay. It would have been a great thing to talk about.
Is that massive star Kevin Durant?
No, it was like the tweet was modeled something like this, right? Okay. Basketball team is believed to not be going after blank, but is going after an even bigger star. But I can't fill in the blanks. The not going after was probably KD.
Yeah.
Right? And then
a bigger star than KD?
A bigger star than KD. Like, it was huge. I wish I could remember what it was. Because it was awesome. But keep an eye out for that, for a major move. I do think, we could see teams calling about everybody because Luka got traded. You know what I mean? Like, Luka got traded.
Yeah.
So now...
Is this the Knicks
they're just gonna be
are not believed to go after Kevin Durant?
Maybe. I think it had something to do with draft picks. Maybe it was the Grizzlies. Maybe it was like the Grizzlies acquired these picks because they're going not after Kevin Durant, but a bigger star.
Yeah.
Oh! It was... I got it. The Spurs have been unwilling. I don't have the tweet here, but it was something like this. The Spurs have been unwilling to give up Stephon Castle and premium draft picks for Kevin Durant because they are targeting an even bigger star. I think it's Giannis.
Antetokounmpo. Yep.
Yeah. Shout out to Tim for being the first one to ever say Giannis' name in a song.
Yep. Shout out to Tim.
So that would be crazy. I would love to see Giannis and Wemby on the same team. I got called, by the way, speaking of Wemby, I got called Unk the other day because I posted a sarcastic thing about how I'm not going to listen to a podcast that I like at the Basement Yard anymore because one of the hosts, Joe, said LeBron was a GOAT. And somebody commented back and was like, we done with the 90s, Unk. And I just responded, was like, well, look, it's going to be Wemby when it's all said and done. There's nothing we can do about it, nephew. So, we'll
nephew.
See. We'll see.
It was a nephew.
Yeah. Speaking of basketball, DeMar Hamlin had...
Basketball, give me the ball.
Give me the ball.
I'm gonna dunk it. Okay,
and that is what...
we're in silly mode right now because we just recorded 2 hours of
trivia.
So,
DeMar Hamlin hosted his annual Chasing M's charity basketball game.
Yes.
And
I saw
Keon Coleman,
this.
I've seen two different score reports. The first one I saw said he scored 70, and the other one I saw said he scored 60.
I saw 60.
It's just very funny. It's very funny to me that he must have known in the first 2 minutes of the game that he was better than everyone else, and was like,
Yeah, he just kept.
I'm going to score
scoring.
60.
Yeah,
I'm going to score 60 to 70 points on these people.
press for DeMar.
It's so funny. Press for DeMar. DeMar invited a D1 college basketball player to his charity event, and he scored 60 on him.
Who?
Yeah.
You know who the?
He played for.
I thought you were saying.
He played for Michigan State.
I thought that you were talking about. There was another one that. Yeah. Keon Coleman scored 60 on this player, but I'm with you now.
Yeah, no. He had a bunch of like crazy dunks and stuff. Like he was not holding back at all. It was pretty funny. Like I'm looking at one right now off the glass, just crazy alley-oop. I mean, he did have actually. Now I think about it, he did have a D1 college basketball player there because Sharif O'Neal played it.
I thought you were about to say Keon Coleman again. I was like,
oh, that reminds me. No, but yeah, I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see Keon Coleman on Hard Knocks. He's a very, very funny person.
Did we talk about? Did you and Noah talk about? I didn't listen to all the episode.
I don't know if we did.
The Bills are on Hard Knocks.
The Bills are on Hard Knocks. I'm very hyped.
Yeah,
I'm very hyped for this.
Josh Allen's gonna be so fun.
Never been on it. Yeah, he also could be like. I mean, I don't know if he could avoid the cameras if he wanted to, but like, since he just got married and stuff, they're gonna be asking about. He might be trying to dodge.
Yeah. But maybe by that point,
he should be pretty fun.
By that point, they won't care. They won't care about They won't want to ask.
Yeah.
So
it's gonna be fun, and Trey White's back.
Excited.
Trey White's gonna be awesome.
Excited, I'm excited that it's a good team on there. It's always bad teams.
Yeah. I think
besides
my prediction
mid-season.
for that's true. My prediction for like the player that no one expected to, like no one knows about, that will be a focal point, will be Joe Andreessen, Buffalo Joe.
Okay.
Grew up
also
in Buffalo, went to same high school as my parents. Yeah. Undrafted to the Bills last year.
He went to high school with your parents?
I mean, he went to the high school that they went to long after they did. But
I think
he'll be a focal point, and I think
awesome
KJ Hamler he is going to be awesome on there, and I think KJ Hamler will be I didn't realize he was still playing. That guy's really fun and funny. He'll be he'll play that role.
Yeah.
So,
the Bills have a lot of fun and funny. They have a lot of personality on their team. It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah. I'm just so excited that Trey White's back on the team just in time for Hard Knocks. Because I love Trey White so much.
Yeah.
And Matt Milano will say approximately
6 words.
I would legitimately be torn on what to bet over under 0.5 words said on Hard Knocks.
He'll say at least
I would not know which one to pick. He might not.
They'll catch him like
there will be players that don't say anything.
But he'll be called like leading the defense, like his voice, like
that's true.
That's true.
Yeah. I can't wait to like when they do the montages of and then the offense started clicking and then it just starts playing like the Jets. They had like Ed Sheeran and they start showing cool highlights and they're playing like Benny the Butcher. They should play At the Bank by Benny the Butcher.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That'd be awesome. It would be incredible. I do have some sports notes.
Do you think that we will get Big Cat and PFT at like
maybe talking about all the charity that
they always they do Grit Week during Hard Knocks. So do they go to Buffalo and try to get on Hard Knocks?
But the AWLs, the annoying section of the AWLs will be so mad if they go back to Buffalo again.
Yeah, but
they always talk about how they always get like messages and tweets about how they glaze the Bills too much.
Yeah, but it's a good place to go.
Yeah, and Hard Knocks.
Yeah,
and they can go get wing nuts.
Yeah. Anyway, that was.
Yeah. I had a couple notes on sports. One of them turns out already used on YAP, which was about the footballs being cheaper. I had another note that I might have ranted about before, but I'm going to bring it up real quick again. The WNBA desperately needs a plain basketball.
Yeah.
They use like a money ball, and it's so unserious. And like, it makes me feel like, am I watching a circus? Am I watching the Globetrotters? You know what I mean? Because I watched the Liberty and Fever game the other day, and it was an awesome game. It was incredible. And it just, I can't, the ball, it's just weird to me every time I watch it. Get them a normal basketball. They don't play with the ball like that at college level. They don't play with the ball at the high school level.
Yeah.
Why in the WNBA are they playing with this goofy basketball?
Why in the WNBA? That sounds like... Why in the world?
Yeah.
Why in the WNBA?
Yeah, why in the WNBA? But for real, it's... Get a real basketball. If you want to be taken seriously, and I truly mean this, if you want to be taken seriously...
You've said this before. You said this
get
last
a real
year.
Basketball. I think I did. Yeah, I don't remember if I had said this on the show before.
I don't know if we had the show yet, but you have said this to me.
Get a real basketball. Yeah. They need a real basketball. I also had... So, you know how the Knicks have like hilariously been asking every team if they can interview their coach?
Yes.
Have you been keeping up with that? They've literally asked like everyone. Which I wanted to break some news about. A relevant one. Apparently, because I don't know if you saw that Dua Lipa confirmed her engagement, which has been rumored for months. She confirmed it, which was basically 9/11.
Shoot.
But there has been a report that came out of that Luke Schultz has requested to interview Callum Turner's fiance Dua Lipa for the same position, but Callum Turner did say no. He
declined.
So that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's really unfortunate because that was a good candidate.
Should I go interview for the Knicks coaching job?
Yes. You should.
They're trying to. They should just need to.
Actually,
get anybody in there.
No. We're denying the request.
Oh,
you can't. The Knicks can't interview Caleb.
Yelling at Pigeons is denying.
Yelling at Pigeons has denied the Knicks' request to interview Caleb for their head coaching job.
We got to put that out as a graphic.
Yeah. Denied. Oh,
man. Just imagine them reaching out to just like whatever.
It'd be funny if their like admin retweeted it. It was like, dang it.
Preemptive.
Have you seen this about Angel Reese and the Mebound situation? Have you heard about this?
No.
So people are calling her.
She has them.
Yeah, people have been coining Mebounds as when she misses a shot and gets her own rebound a million times and gets a bunch of rebounds. And credit to her, she was just like, she basically was Tim Robinson. Like, I have to find a way to make money off of this because she has filed a trademark for Mebounds.
Yeah, she has.
And her quote was said. She said that she loves the trolling because it results in good ideas from the fans. So that's a good move by her. I like that.
Great move.
Just gonna trademark the Mebounds. I also saw this clip that I was too young to realize. Like, I remember, this is a crazy turn, but this is about football. I'm just going through my bookmarks, so it's very out of order. But I was too young to remember that this happened. I do remember Sean Taylor getting killed. But the first game back for Washington, they did 10 men on the field.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and like as an honor in memoriam. Mm-hmm. And Trent Edwards handed off to Fred Jackson for a 20-yard gain.
No way. I was
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
It's insane. Like, somebody retweeted it and was like, Buffalo forever not shit for trying to bust a 20-yard run during a damn tribute. And he's like, but to Coach Breeze, whomever you are right that was petty. But if it makes you feel any better, every single coach and every single person in the front office and every single person in ownership
is no longer
from there is gone, and the coach and owner are both dead. So the Bills can be. I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying if it makes him feel any better, it's a very new regime.
Yep.
I assume that was the Dick Duran era. We lost
Yep.
him this year, I believe. R.I.P. Richard Duran.
Oh, that was crazy.
Yeah, so we can be in your good graces again, hopefully.
Yeah.
Coach Brees.
Is there any way
Breezy.
they just didn't realize what was happening?
The
Or were the Bills
2000 and whatever this is, 5-4 Buffalo Bills did not know what was going on at any given time. So
That's
yes,
true. That's true.
They did not know what was happening.
They needed every yard they could get.
They barely knew what play they were running.
They couldn't even get. They couldn't even get 20. They couldn't get more than 20 yards on playing a man up.
Yeah, they just scored.
What if they would just thrown it over the top on them and just?
Yeah, that's a good point. Like Trent Edwards should have been like, "Oh, they're missing a guy. They're missing a guy." Audible. If they didn't care, like,
yeah,
no,
yeah, that era of Bills was
so bad.
Yeah, it was rough.
So bad.
That was rough, and that is why I'm so happy that the Bills are good now because we were friends through that era, and I was like, man, this must suck.
It did.
It did. I
can confirm.
I, as a Steelers fan, got to see my team win 2 Super Bowls and was like, dang, the Bills just have top 10.
Yeah, but I will say now, being a fan of a good team, it's not all it's cracked up to be.
No, it's hard. Fun. It's because
it is fun, but the losses, the season-ending losses hurt more. You're numb to the losses when you're bad.
Yeah,
I wouldn't trade it. Don't get me wrong. Being bad is worse. But
I would trade
really good, but not the best. Hurts a lot.
What I'm trying to figure out is if I would trade being a Steelers fan now for being a Bills fan then. You know, because you're not going to win the Super Bowl, but you get a little bit of hope every year. Or would I rather be hopeless?
You'd rather be hopeless. I think, though, and it's easy in hindsight
there is
to say
joy
we were
and
hopeless. Yeah, and I think in hindsight it's easy to say we were hopeless, but at the time, you find a way to talk yourself into, like,
that's true.
Maybe this is. You're not, at that point, don't get me wrong, you're not saying maybe this is the year we win a Super Bowl. You're probably not even saying maybe this is the year we win the division. You're saying maybe this is the year we barely scrape into the wild card.
To the playoffs. So that was a long time since you had made a playoff game. But I don't know, for the Steelers now, it's just like every year it's just barely 500. You get a mid-tier pick in the first round. You get hope. You lose in the wild card game. You get hope the next year. Like, oh, well, the team looks better than it was last year. And they were still pretty good last year, good enough to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
And it's the same song and dance every year. And it's just like,
yep.
When will it end?
Yep.
I just want a young quarterback,
I need
man.
I just want a
new
young
song,
quarterback to root for. Dance.
Yep.
Oh, I'm going to be betting on the Steelers in the preseason. Will Howard.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Make some money on Will Howard. I made some money on Nathan Peterman last year. So
Willie touchdowns. I like it. I just said.
Trademark.
It's a binding because it's online.
Yes.
Something about that.
Works. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's football talk.
It was.
That was football talk.
And we have a Game 7 tomorrow night in the NBA because the Pacers won their game at home on Wednesday night.
They probably didn't play Wednesday night.
I don't know when they played.
They've been dragging this series out so bad.
It's been so
They probably did not play Wednesday night.
And what did you say? What was it? A month? 2 months from today?
Oh, yeah. So, fun fact. Yeah, fun fact. It was, as the day this podcast released, it was 2 months ago today that the Lakers played their Game 1 against the Timberwolves in the first round of the playoffs.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So tonight, the
tonight is Game 6.
The Larry O is in the building.
Oh yeah, Larry O's in the building.
So I think the Pacers win tonight. I think they extend it. I think Tyrese Halliburton has an injury, like he's hurt. But I think
I saw an artist named Clario in person one time. She was decent. What?
What?
You said Larry O, and it reminded me of that.
But then I said so many things since then.
Because I was trying to, in my head, I was confirming if that was her name. I think it was.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I think Tyrese
She
Halliburton
opened for Khaled, no DJ.
Oh, I forgot you and Jimmy went to go see Khaled.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Did you get those tickets like that day?
I think she has a pretty big cult following now. We did get tickets like very close. It was either that day or the day before.
Yeah. Anyway, I think Tyrese Halliburton has a good game despite injury. I think he goes.
Yeah, so he is. This sounds like we're talking about Draisaitl again.
Yeah. But I could also see OKC winning it. Either way.
Yeah, every time the Pacers lose my belief in them, they pull me right back in.
Yeah.
So I think I'm just going to go with what I want to see, which is the Pacers winning and forcing Game 7. Not that I'd be upset with Thunder winning, but I want a Game 7. I think the Pacers are built for it. This is a team that you got to look at it from a game-by-game basis. We keep seeing them in these games where we think that it's over, right?
Yeah.
And then they come back and win. So
they have depth. They have so much depth.
Yeah. Now they're in a series that we think it's over. Maybe they're going to come back and win.
Do we get the TJ McConnell game? Does he drop tonight? Does he drop 40?
The problem is, I think we got it already.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't drop 40, but like.
Can you imagine if TJ McConnell dropped 40?
Really good.
It'd be so awesome.
He was like their best player the other night. Yeah. He was really good.
But instead,
I don't think it was clocking to the Thunder that he was standing on business.
Yeah. He needs to sit down and be humble, just like. Unfortunately, just like the Pacers in NBA
finals.
Conversations about the finals.
Yeah. That was your finals preview.
All right, let's
also, Jalen Williams was unreal in Game 5.
J-Dub dropping 40.
He was awesome in Game 5. SGA also showed up. He played very well. And I'll just reiterate that I don't think he's a free throw merchant. So, yeah. Enjoy Game 6 tonight and get ready for Game 7. They'll probably drag Game 7 out to Sunday.
In the AL East, the Yankees have a 42-29 record. They're in first place. The Tigers have a 46-27 record in the AL Central. The Astros have a 41-31 record in the AL West. In the NL East, the Mets have a 45-27 record, and they're first in the East. In the NL Central, the Cubs have a 44-28 record, and the Dodgers in the NL West have a 44-29 record. That is talking baseball. I know you guys want us to hear us talk about baseball.
I would have stopped you if you weren't saying that the Yankees were good. Ohtani, he pitched again.
He did.
That was cool. And the Red Sox apparently traded a really good player for a not really good player.
Yep.
So that's funny because I don't like Boston sports fans anyway.
Yeah.
Ooh, we got a good grid today.
Let's go.
We got a good grid today. Hold on. Let me
Shohei only pitched one inning
line
today.
up the screen here.
What the heck? They had all these pitchers only pitch one inning. It's crazy.
Okay, anyway. Let me share this.
What the hell? Yeah, let's gritty on them real quick.
Yeah, let's hit the gritty. Okay. We're going to need Ravens, Cowboys, Ravens, Bills, Ravens, Browns, Texans, Cowboys, Texans, Bills, Texans, Browns. 1,000-yard receiving from the Cowboys, Bills, and Browns. Caleb, start us off without a bill.
Oh, I was going to say Stevie Johnson for 1,000-yard receiving. There's got to be another. There's got to be a better deep cut.
Honestly, that's probably not. That's like worth risking. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Then I will go.
I mean, people might not put like James Lofton.
Yeah. Is Carlos Hyde been our Browns Texans? I feel like we get Browns Texans all the time.
I feel like he has.
But would he be better for Bills Texans?
We got screwed with Osweiler, right? He didn't play for one of these?
Yeah.
He was there but didn't play?
Yeah. But would Bills Texans did Carlos Hyde play for the Bills?
No.
Who played for the Bills that played for the Browns?
Chris Ivory.
Right, really?
Chris Ivory played for the Bills, yeah.
Okay. Why did I think Carlos Hyde played for the Bills?
It kind of feels like he did, but I don't think he did.
I'm pretty sure Carlos Hyde played for the Bills.
I'm going to veto it. I don't think he did.
Veto it, but if I know Carlos Hyde more than you do.
And
I know the Bills more than you do.
A former Ohio State player and apparently former Bills player. That'd be something.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought Carlos Hyde played for the Bills for like a little bit. He was Texans. He was Texans and Browns for sure, right?
It feels like it. Feels like he would. I wish we could put Nick Chubb here.
Yeah. If I just ruined this, I hope I didn't just ruin this.
That would suck. That would suck.
I think you want
Carlos Hyde. Are you sure? Is there anyone else?
No, but I could be mixing him up with somebody else.
We can sit on it. Okay. Wait. Let's do Texans, Cowboys, Brandon Cooks.
Yeah.
Unless you have another one.
Yeah, no, that's good. Let's see him put shot go in.
%, but okay, that's fine.
Why can't I think of his name? Josh
Gordon?
Yeah, did he have 1,000 yards?
Oh, yeah. He had to.
Had to have. He had that one season where he wasn't smoking a lot of weed.
Yeah. But is that going to be too high? Should we put, like, Braylon Edwards?
Oh, I like Braylon Edwards.
Braylon. 6%.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, Bills 1,000 yards. We can put the GOAT. Shout out to Ocho Cinco for showing love to the GOAT the other day.
Yeah.
Still 9%. Way lower than I thought.
Has he always had a bald head?
No, he just shaved it when he went to the Chargers.
Okay. I mean, there's a lot of receivers we could go with for Cowboys.
To Dallas, yeah. What about Jason Witten?
I was going to say we could go with a tight end.
He had to have 1,000, right?
Had to have.
Oh, I thought he didn't. I was going to say fraud.
Yeah.
I was winding up that fraud. Okay, he did, though. He did. 6% right. As well.
Cowboys, Ravens. Is there a quarterback in there?
There is almost, because Cooper Rush is on the Ravens.
Yeah, but he hasn't played yet.
Not yet, yeah.
Feels like a receiver probably has. DB?
Yeah, I would think. Oh, a receiver has. And it might be kind of a high pick because everyone's going to think it's not a high pick.
Okay.
But we can go with it. Des Bryant.
Des Bryant, yes. Yes.
$38. Yeah.
Ravens, Browns.
Interdivision here. Ravens, Browns.
Joe Flacco.
Flacco, yeah.
Easy.
That might be the move.
Yeah. Because I can't think of anybody off the top of my head.
Yeah, let's go with Flacco. Why not? We know it'll work. Oh. I just thought of one for Texans Browns that would be risky, but
what is it?
I think it would work.
What is it?
Kevin Johnson was a corner that I'm almost certain at least signed a contract with both of these teams.
Who's
the
Kevin
question
Johnson?
Would be, did he play? He was I believe, first or second round pick by the Texans. Didn't work out. Went to the Bills. Had a solid year, 1 year, and then left and went to the Browns. But it's a little scary. Scary. And we do have Carlos Hyde. That might be.
Yeah, let's get the Bills picks out of the way first because I know you're going to cook.
Okay, so Bills Texans. I'm going to go Tywan Jones.
I like that.
If I can figure out how to spell his name. There it is. Oh,
did he play?
It's got to be this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be this one because he played for us Then he left us. He played for us for a while. And then he left us for one season with the Texans, where he then caught a huge third down conversion in overtime in the playoffs against us in 2018. So the 2016 guy wouldn't have counted. And then he came back to the Bills and got his head busted open on a kickoff return. It was crazy. Blood everywhere. It was awesome. 0.3.
That's crazy.
Bills Ravens. This is where I wish it was just if they signed a contract, because I cook with Kamar Aiken here. But it's going to have to be someone a little less niche than that. Obviously, Willis McGahee is an option. Tyrod is an option.
Yeah, Tyrod. Willis McGahee.
Go.
Lee Evans.
Lee Evans. That's great. I love that. Let's do Lee Evans.
Lee Evans. I just remember the Ravens fans hating him.
Hate him. The Bills fans love him. Love Lee Evans. 6%. Nice pull.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Carlos Hyde. I don't know why. Is there another running back that played for? I don't know. I don't know if he played for the Bills, but I think Carlos Hyde for sure. I'm still stuck up on him playing on the Texans and the Bills.
I'm crunching the number, rerunning the data. There was a big running back that played for so many teams, and one of them was the Browns. Wow, what was that guy's name? Oh, that's going to drive. I might need to push that till after this, but it's never going to stop bothering me. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't have time to think of that right now. I will text you if I think of that. You want to just go Carlos Hyde?
I think Carlos Hyde is.
Is there a running back that played for a bunch of teams, Caleb, that was a power back and he had dreads? And I think he wore like number 42 or something. Does that ring a bell to you?
No.
Okay. I will find out who that is. It's going to be so satisfying when I think of it. I might even just look it up, and that'll still be satisfying. Let's do Carlos Hyde. Let's put our nuts on the table here. Money.
Let's go.
3%.
3%.
Nice.
Wow. I'm going to look through all of the Bills' past running backs to try to find out who this running back I'm trying to think of is.
That you're trying to think of?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not Carlos Hyde?
Yeah. Or I could look up to see if Carlos Hyde.
I really think it's Chris Ivory.
I don't think it's Chris Ivory.
Then Frank Gore.
No. Yeah, no, it's not. It's not Carlos Hyde.
Mike Tolbert.
No. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out.
Bryce Brown. Like this.
No. Let's end the show. Okay. I'll try to figure it out.
Okay. All right. You try to figure that out, and I'll try to figure out who this mystery, potentially number 42, possibly with dreadlocks, probably power back, running back, journeyman is.
Yeah.
So it'll be our task for the night. All right. We'll talk to you guys.
Okay, this just gave me...
Oh.
Freaking StatMuse I looked up Bills running backs the last 10 years, and StatMuse just gave me how many yards their running backs got over the last 10 years.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Buffalo Bills yearly rushing leaders. This isn't going to help me.
Yeah, I just did that for the Browns too, and that's not going to help me. Maybe this would. Browns running backs since 1999 from Barstool, written by Jeff D. Lowe in 2018. I wonder if this will have the guy I'm looking for. I'm going to scroll it real quick while we're still recording.
Yeah, this isn't going to help me.
So
Bills rushing leaders of the. I don't want the Bills rushing leaders. I want
satisfaction.
Oh, this is giving me this. Let's go. No, this is just giving me their starters. I need their whole depth chart.
Yes, thank you, Jeff D. Lowe. Let's go. I don't think he played for the Texans. Now that I see who it is, though,
who is
Isaiah Crowell.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's what I was thinking of. Number 34, power back, dreadlocks. I knew it. Oh, that's so satisfying. Shout out to Jeff D. Lowe for making that article. I don't know if I ever would have found it without it.
That's crazy.
Oh, that's awesome.
I want the whole depth chart.
Okay.
Oh, this is Buffalo Bills.
I can always just keep sending you random Bills running backs throughout the night until one of them picks. Are you thinking of Carlos Williams?
No.
Okay. That was a good guess, though, Carlos.
I just need.
Williams.
I just feel like there's a running back that popped up on something that was like, wait,
Latavius Murray?
Huh? No.
Latavius Murray?
That. Latavius Murray is my favorite running back of all time.
He is, and he played for. I need to get a Latavius Murray Bills jersey. It's honestly should be illegal that I don't have one.
This is gonna drive.
I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna add that to the hit list right now. Hold on.
Yeah.
You guys don't know I have a Bills jersey, mostly hit lists that I'm looking for.
This is gonna drive me insane. Are we still recording? Yeah, we're still recording.
We are. Yeah, we are. Because I wanted, if anyone else was like thinking, oh yeah, who was that running back for really either of us? I wanted them to have the satisfaction, but at least we got Isaiah Crowell. That's cool.
Yeah.
Come on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, my big game hunting Bills jerseys list. I want to rip them off real quick. Pre new jerseys, pre-update, Stevie Johnson. Check. Already got it. Pre-update, Leotis McKelvin. In the mail. Pre-update, Roscoe Paris. Game worn one, saved on my eBay that I'm never going to buy because it's like $600. Ashton Yabodi. On the hit list. Don't have one. Pre-update, Fred Jackson. Have one saved in my eBay. Aaron Schobel. Terrell Pryor. Must. Brian Scott. Any era. Would love that. Corey Graham. And I'm about to add Latavius Murray. All right, Caleb. Before we go, do you have any other guesses on who this running back is and why it isn't Boobie Dixon?
It's not Boobie Dixon.
Okay. Well, if Caleb thinks of the running back,
he didn't play long, but StatMuse wants me to unlock their data. He didn't play long
in
for
general,
the Bills,
or didn't play for the Bills long.
For the Bills long.
Well, if we figure this out, we will tweet out who the running back is.
Like this, and now StatMuse wants me to pay to unlock the rest of the.
Yeah, I remember when StatMuse used to be free. I barely used them when they started.
Don't come on the show, StatMuse. Screw y'all.
Yeah, unless you want to come on the show and like maybe do like a brand deal, like a sponsorship.
Yeah.
Do it for free.
Yeah.
Do that. So, all right, thanks for listening. We'll talk to you guys next week, and we will tweet out the running back when Caleb figures out who this is.
Yep.
He figured it out.
Matt Breida. It was Matt Breida.
If you stuck around after the theme song, you get
for
to
nothing.
see
Like for nothing. It wasn't
for no reason.
Yeah.
For Caleb figuring out that it was Matt Breida.
Yeah.
He literally got it right after the buzzer. Like the referee probably would have said that he got it all the time, and then the review
was
would
under
have said
review.
He didn't get it off. Yeah.
So,
it was Matt Breida. Thanks for listening.
I've been when I do grids on my own, I will go back. Like after I finish it, I will like look up players that play for the teams to keep my memory fresh of players that have played on teams I forgot they played for. And Matt Breida was a recent one that I
did not play for the Texans, by the way.
He did not. But I did play for the Bills.
He did play,
and that was. But then I knew that he also played for the 49ers, so that's where I got him and Carlos Hyde, because him and Carlos Hyde played for the Niners at the same time. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I know they both played there though.
Yeah, so they kind of are the same player to me for some reason, even though they're very different players.
Very different. Also, I expressed to Caleb my apologies for not suggesting Nyheim Hines after he already figured it out.
He was like, "I'm sorry, I didn't suggest Nyheim Hines." Like,
okay. I was like, "That wasn't it, so it doesn't matter." But it just felt like someone that should have been in the mix.
Well, did Carlos Hyde play for Miami ever?
Maybe.
And then Breida played for Miami. So that's where it just
Yeah.
Anyway,
Breida
thanks for listening.
Bye.